I'm Abolfazl. Let's get right to it. Welcome guys to another episode of Unitips. Today I'm going to be talking to you guys about networking, or as some of you call it, making connections. Basically what I'm going to be telling you guys is to make friends with the people in the years above you. This was really helpful for me, and it's really helpful for anyone, whether you're starting uni or in a higher year. As long as there's someone above you, there's someone who's been where you've been and knows what you're going to be going through, and they're going to have the best advice, specific advice to you, to your course, and to the position you're in. This series that I make, the Unitip series, I'm trying to keep it quite generic so people from all courses can tune in and gain something, which makes their university experience a bit easier. But if you have a peer who's in the year above you, they can tell you more specific advice. For example, Liverpool Med School has this amazing program of peer mentoring where a second year will mentor 3 first years. So I, as a second year, have 3 first year mentees who I've met recently, so this is quite fresh on my mind. The job of a mentor isn't necessarily to teach like a teacher, but it's to give you advice specific to your course. For example, my mentees were asking me about what books were best for first year medicine, how to manage lectures, which lectures to focus on, how the end of block tests work, the RS projects, all these very specific things. They were asking me, and because I've been through exactly what they've been through, I can tell them that, for example, in the Hark reading notes, how to go through those notes most effectively so that they're not wasting their time on information that won't help them when they come down to the actual sessions, but also how to get through it so that they gain their information as well. This was really helpful for me, both when I was in first year and now. I have a really amazing friend in the year above who I asked for for example, when it came closer to exam time, I asked if there was any way I could find specific questions which would help me as past paper questions, because the medical school doesn't give you past papers, so sometimes it's quite difficult to gain an idea of what a test is going to be like if you've never had experience with it before. But questions that they had prepared in the earlier years and maybe had even been passed down to them, he could give to me, and that was really helpful. And he could tell me where to find the resources. For example, he would be able to tell me if I needed to do some reading on a topic, where on the Vital system that we have, the online system, where I could go to find all the resources that the university's given, and be able to expand my knowledge on it, read up, catch up, anything like that. And it's really important, if you're in first year, make friends with people in second year. If you're in second year, make friends with people in third year. And it doesn't have to be a system like Liverpool where they give you a peer mentor, or if you're in second year, give you peer mentees. The person I spoke to when I was in first year, he was just a friend that I had met through ISOC. And these are people that if you have a system, great. If you don't, you can make friends with these. They'll tell you about the different ways of transport, for example, because these are people who have gone through the whole thing before. They know the exact processes. They've spent a year figuring out what's the best time to get up so that you're in lecture on time without having to waste a load of time. And these are people who know exactly what you need to be reading and what would be wasting your time, what's too much depth. And right now, especially at the start of university, a lot of people are panicking. They're thinking, oh my god, there's so much being thrown at me, but I don't know what's important, what's not important, what's going to come up on the test. Now, while no one knows exactly what's going to come up on your test, someone in second year might have the knowledge, the experience of saying, actually, well, if they're telling you this much depth, but the uni only expects you to know this much, and a lot of time this is advice that the lecturers will give as well. But when it's the lecturers, well, you expect them again to have so much knowledge that they don't really understand your perspective. So you can be certain what your peer mentor or your friend in the above year is telling you, that they know exactly how much you're stressing out, and they have the experience of knowing what you need to know, a rough idea of what you need to know. So it's really important, in my opinion, to make friends with people in the years above you and make connections, and that is networking. I hope this was really helpful. If it was, share and subscribe. I know you want to be me, but I'm signing out.